Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, March 17th, 2023 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is, it is my responsibility to face and release my past. And I love when I get a reminder to take another look at the chart, because usually there's something Lilithy there happening when I get that call, like, hey, take another look. Besides, like, the regular transits, take another look. And I took another look, and I noticed Lilith in Virgo. Black Moon Lilith, true Black Moon Lilith, hanging out in Virgo. So Black Moon Lilith is currently at, in the chart I'm looking at, 3 degrees Virgo, pulling against Saturn, which has now moved to 1 degree Pisces. And let me just mention that these energies are also lightly dancing with the nodes, which are so important in helping us move into our destiny. But I love this Virgo Lilith reminder, even as we are working these deeply Saturn and Pisces lessons that can be esoteric in nature, that can bring up issues from multiple lifetimes. Lilith is reminding us, make sure that your actions here in your present reality are reflecting these, thank you, mahalo, these deeper karmic shifts that you are wanting to make. Because it is one thing to, like, I forgive. That's a big key, I feel like, for today. I forgive, I release, I shift these energies. But reality needs a piece of it. It's more than just the esoteric. You know, there's some people who need to work more on those esoteric layers, shifting those. But there's a time where you need to bring it into the physical. And a lot of us are out of balance in one way or the other. Like, we're too stuck in the physical and we need to work more in the esoteric, and some are too stuck in the esoteric and need to work more in the physical. So it's finding what that balance is. So whichever way, make sure you're attending to God universe within yourself. And then make sure you are attending to the God universe that is in your reality. And whoo, that is when we see quantum shifts happening. So, forgiveness. I hear the song, it came up a few months ago. Forgiveness is more than saying sorry, from a movie from a long time ago. But today we have Sun and Mercury conjunct. We are through some of that really intense astro. Although, let me be fair and say that Pluto finishing up in Capricorn at these final 20 degree crumbs, or 29 degree crumbs, is no small potatoes. But at least we're out of the deepest of some of these squares that we worked through the last few days. Thank goodness. So forgiveness is a major piece, because forgiveness can keep us corded, energetically corded. Forgiveness, or not forgiveness, I guess, holding on to something, not forgiving, keeps us energetically corded. And there may be things where you need to surrender to the lessons, surrender to the unfolding as it was. And so be aware of that. Now, this is not just today. What it feels like with today is that we have the Sun and Mercury both finishing up in Pisces. And this can bring into our consciousness things that need to be released, things that need to be let go from this lifetime or beyond. And so be aware of that. And where can you offer that forgiveness? To yourself in that energy, to the other in that energy, to the universe in that energy. Where can you offer that? Where can you let yourself off the hook? It definitely showed up in the cards. We've got this suppression, and these are the cords that keep us stuck, and they do suppress us from being able to expand into our next. And here we have that letting go. It may be emotional energy that needs to move through, but if you keep telling these same stories over and over and over again, you will keep repeating them. Have you learned the lesson? What is your lesson in them? There's always a golden nugget for us. The universe is constantly pelting us. We've been so pelted lately with golden nuggets of lessons. We're like, that golden nugget hit me in the third eye and it hurts. And then we get stuck on that, right? So this is a call to that letting go. And what does that lead to? That liberation energy. Here we have the rebel again, breaking through these old chains. These are karmic, these are old, these are multi-lifetime. And going back to that Lilith energy, bringing the reality aspect and bringing that esoteric aspect into the completion of these very, very old energies. Now, is this your only chance? No. We have Saturn in Pisces for the next 2.5 years. So we have a chance to work this, but we have an opportunity for major breakthroughs today with this Sun and Mercury conjunction. We also have the Moon and Pluto in conjunction at the 29 Pluto degree, 29 Capricorn degree as well. And this is also breaking through some of those old traditions. And some traditions are lovely and wonderful, and some keep us stuck. So again, noticing on the physical, I keep getting this pull towards the physical, noticing on the physical where we keep repeating these cycles. That will be that breakthrough. I also love that Venus in Taurus is like, love yourself enough to break these. Love yourself and love what you value enough to break through these energies. Venus in Taurus feels so potent for us in learning our worth. And part of your worth is letting go of that stuff that you do not want with you any longer. And aligning with your values, aligning with pleasure. That was one of the things that came up for today too, with Venus in Taurus for the next about 3 weeks. It's a fairly fast transit through. Practicing gratitude for the goodness, for the abundance that is here with us. That is one of the things that you can do to also shift out some of these old patterns. So after we have that Sun and Mercury energy and we're waking up to Moon Pluto, let me say that we might wake up kind of feeling on the wrong side of the bed, but you can shift that. We then have the Moon shifting into Aquarius at 7:25 a.m. Just to show you how on the edge of Capricorn that Pluto is, the Moon-Pluto conjunction will happen at 7:13 a.m. and then the Moon moves into Aquarius at 7:25 a.m. We are on the edge of the Capricorn. The Moon is going to square Venus early in the morning. You can bring your values into your ideals and they can grow and evolve together. Keep that in mind. Again, I feel like there's so much expansion in this energy today. It's like you got pelted with the lessons and now you learned them. Like, let's move forward. Let's take this forward. Venus and Saturn are going to finish out the day in connection. So after all this work, we get hit with a little lazy cat. So let your pleasure be in relaxing and doing what feels good to your personal animal body. All right, so let me say this last thing. Mercury is going to be shifting into Aries late on Saturday, early on Sunday. I am doing write-ups this week, but we are completing our Mercury cycle of the zodiac. It's finishing up in Pisces. Aries is where we start anew. So again, you may have some really old ahas coming up to be moved through. This is wonderful. Be present, practice that forgiveness, and see where you need to surrender things to the universe and where you can align your actions in a new way, because Mercury in Aries is like, let's line your actions up with your mind to create something brand new. Making love brand new. That's a Bob Moses song that I really like. All right, so that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and honor your values. Namaste.